All right, so I admit I bought a new tractor. I figured I'd start this week's garden diary with my newest piece of garden equipment, if you can consider a tractor a piece of garden equipment. I've decided, boy, it would be easier to do all this mulching and shoveling and everything else with a tractor. But at the same time, I thought, well, those tractors are really expensive. So this year, because I wanted to have a little bit more free time, broke down and went with the big tractor approach. Still looking for a nickname, leaning towards expensive at the moment. You know how some people have their favorite television show and they wait for its new season each and every year? Well, I used to have that, but then they canceled Deadwood, and then I have a 3-year-old, and then I got this whole plant addiction thing going on, so not as much with the television anymore, but I still do wait for something every year. In this case, it would be the first leafing out of a Japanese maple on my property. Now, so far, so good, because the last frost date in my area is actually the first week of April, so I'm a little bit enthusiastic not to see that many leafed out. The closest to it I currently have is a Korean maple, which is just now about 3 to 4 days away from those first leaves starting to unfurl, and then I've got some other Japanese maples that are starting to swell up a little bit. But so far, my favorite show of the year just quite hasn't hit its full guns yet. So we went from trees leafing out to trees that are not so much. Now recently I posted some pictures on the blog of some plants that didn't quite make it, and this is one of them. Now, some people said that this tree could still come back, so I'm hanging in there. But I'm not too optimistic. It's rather sparse and, what's the word I'm looking for? Dead looking would be the word I'm looking for. This is a Pinus parviflora, a Japanese white pine, that wasn't in the greatest of shape when I got it and has continued on that downward spiral ever since, but the price was free. So I'm not too broken up about it. So we went from our Japanese maples getting ready to leaf out to a conifer that may or may not make it. Next week's garden diary, I think we're gonna see some beautiful Japanese maple leaves for the first time this year.